Join us this week on Chuffed Adventures as we get ourselves some nice new solar panels and get a little lesson in good karma. She's a little close, huh?
Oh.
After a few close calls with our neighbours, our local mooring manager told us he could move our ball. Turns out in Panama that means dragging the ball around the anchorage with a trash barge. The word had spread around the anchorage that we had a doctor on board, and a local tug driver, Tito, enlisted our help for his little dog Lobo. We tracked Tito down, and poor Lobo had a serious eye ulcer that was threatening his vision, so we headed off to the local pharmacy to see if we could find some medication. With a little help from Google Translate, we communicated we needed some eye drops and antibiotics. $30 later, we have success. When we returned, we found Lobo hanging out on shore. The eye drops will be administered 3 times a day to help combat infection and soothe the eye, but this ulcer is very serious, so I will check back in with Lobo next week to make sure it's getting better. Lobo is a real sweetie, but wasn't all that impressed by my veterinary skills. That same day, we went to pick up our new pre-loved solar panels that will quadruple our sun power. I'm not exactly sure how all this is going to fit. We fit! Are we out of fuel?
I think we are out of fuel.
And our boat's all the way over there. And we can't row because there's not enough room with the solar panels. It turns out with a bit of rearranging we could row very, very slowly. It's so comfortable back here with all these solar panels. If anyone's wondering why I never help paddle, it's because we only have one paddle. Otherwise I would help. But luckily help is never far away. Yeah. And this is why we do the free veterinary work for everybody, because it's we just helped Tito's little doggy with his eye, and now we're getting a lift, which is exactly what we need. What goes around comes around. We reached the boat safe and sound, and so began our epic solar saga. Day 2, and we began installing our new aluminium canopy frame that will hold the solar panels. Within minutes we had run into trouble though, as Chuff's strong aluminium hull gave the drill bits a bit of a battering.
Chuffed has now claimed 2 drill bits.
Rest in peace, drill bits. There was only one solution for a time like this, so I made cocktails and Joel made do with a broken bit. Went in?
Works.
We're able to finish drilling and place some bolts on the canopy. But by this stage the cocktails had kicked in and we decided to just call it a day and enjoy the sunset. Alright, so it's day 3 in the morning of our solar installation. We are unable to get that solar unit off because the screws and everything is seized. So we're going to go to shore, get some extra parts, buy some cable that we need, and hopefully get the solar done today. That is our plan. Hopefully. With our new tools, we finally got our old panel off and began marking the new panels for installation. We were placing the smaller, older panel and a new one on our canopy frame, and another new panel on the back arch, which would increase our solar wattage to 330 watts. We thought we were well on our way to finishing the installation. But while we were in the process of putting the panels up on the canopy, we realized we'd got our measurements all upside down and back to front. Our neighbour arrived just as we were trying to solve our issue, so we just threw some bolts into it, tied it down, and called it a night once again. The next morning we woke up determined to get this finished, so we uninstalled, remeasured, and reinstalled the panels. The solar panels are installed! You excited?
Yay!
Look!
They're just mounted though, they're not actually conditioned or anything.
We still have to run cables and stuff, but we're very excited because this was a 4-day job, and now it's done! Joel began running new wires while I installed our new MPPT solar controller, which will help prevent over or undercharging of the battery while getting the most out of the panels. Back on land, I had another patient with some skin and ear issues that I needed to check over. Oh, she has a hematoma on this side. See the swelling? Yes. So she's actually burst a little blood vessel and it's caused the ear to swell. And if you look in her ears, come here, baby girl. No. It's very thickened and it's been going on a long time. And given her weight, I'm wondering if she may be some parasites as well. So try and sort out some medication. Alright, I'm heading out to try and find a pharmacy. And I'm also going to get some fruit and vegetables while I'm out and stock up on the boat. And hopefully we can find all the medication that these little doggies need to get them better. Alright, so 4 buses, 3 pharmacies, 2 pet stores, and a veterinarian clinic later. I can't find the medication I need for those doggies, but I did manage to get heaps of groceries, which is good, so we won't have to go out again for a little while. And my friend from another veterinary clinic thinks she might be able to get me some stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to figure it out in the next day or 2 and get these doggies' skin and ears looking a bit better. Right, I managed to get all of the medication we need for these 2 doggies, so hopefully we can get them sorted out today.
what did you do?
Filming with animals is always a bit of fun. Thanks to little Lobo for kicking over the camera. Nana is now receiving anti-inflammatories to reduce the pain and swelling of her ear, as well as eardrops to treat infection and further reduce the inflammation. We also gave all of the dogs internal and external parasite medication to help keep them healthy. Lobo's eye hadn't improved very much, so I will be following up with him and all of these little doggies later in the week. We were feeling pretty chuffed that we were now harnessing the energy of the sun and had been able to help some of the local dogs that make everyone's lives a little brighter around the Anchorage shops and restaurants. Thanks again for watching. Next episode, I learn more about frogs and biodiversity in Panama, and we continue our boat work. Until then, stay chuffed, everybody.